Okay. It's a couple of fights, then a boss fight. First, I changed here the name because the other one was offensive, which I didn't really know. And yeah, yesterday I left the stream on this fight here. I've looked at it a bit, and I think I can do it, kind of. So let's see the plan I was thinking about yesterday. The main problem of this fight is this Claydol, who just hits really hard with especially Earth Power, but it has very good coverage. It has Ancient Power, so if you let this Ancient Power once, you wipe most of the time. So there are very few mons that take hits from this. There's Electric, who does nothing to it. And as you can see, this is in case of crit, so for example, Misharna is decent, but most of my mons who don't die to this have the problem that they don't deal a lot of damage back. There's this, which is okay. So the plan is I could go Sidra, because it has a really good chance to kill, but it dies to Earth Power crit, and I can't be losing my only decent water type, like special attacker water type, to a crit. So I hit this once with Donphan with Ice Shard, which does a minimum of 26 damage. Then I go here and I hit for 60 damage the skills. And because I have to go Kingdra and avoid Earth Power, I have to pivot through this. Because this is Earth Power or Extrasensory. Let's disable crit. This takes Earth Power because it's immune to it. It takes 2 extrasensories. Even if it's crit, it still baits only extrasensory. I go here on something that never kills and kill him. Now I think it's always Clink Clang. Most probably Wild Charge. It can also be something else, depending on crit or not, but assuming no crits, which is the most probable thing. This is Wild Charge. I can directly go to Gedemaru here, mainly because it deals a lot of damage. I could also go Gastrodon, but I want to preserve Gastrodon HP for later, so this is kind of... I have a couple options, but Gastrodon is the only really good matchup against Electrode. So I go here, I fake out because I can, then Super Fang deals about half, and then I can see like my HP values, and if I'm not sure, I just go Gastrodon, finish it off. Now I'm positioned for the next mon, which probably is Frostlass. It can very well be Electrode because both are fast and no one sees kill. So this is kind of 1v1. I try to 1v1 with this. I should be able to always 1v1. Now this comes in, and the problem is this is a very devious set with freeze, with burn, with paralyze, and hex, and I don't have lumberries yet, so I kind of have to choose. This on the switch can be Ice Beam, which if it freezes is really bad. It can also be any of these two, then Hex. And I can potentially lose Dreadnought here. The problem is I can't really go any other mon, because the only good option here is Krokorok, and it just dies to Ice Beam. So I'm forced to go Dreadnought and hope for no burn. Maybe go Cherry Berry to avoid paralysis and hope for no freezes. I'm not even sure about which berries I have. Can go anti-paralysis, anti-sleep, anti-poison, anti-burn. And do I have any berries? If I run into the fight, I'm just resetting. I'm just going to look if there are some berries here. So yeah. No berries that I can see. Is there something here? Wait, what? Right here. It's Electro Web. I get to buy an infinite amount of these later. But it's like a lot later. It's useless. Okay. So that's the thing. I should be giving Dreadnought probably a cherry berry, because now then the probability of moving increases. I could also try to pivot through something that doesn't die to Ice Beam, like, and then take Hex. If he burns me here, it's not the end of the world. I would like to have a Hex immunity, but I'm just wasting 3 slots on a Claydol. So this can go wrong. I could be losing Dreadnought here. It feels like there's nothing I can do. So for items, this is always never notice. Let's build a team. I should always remove items. I'm not doing it because it's more comfortable to leave berries on. So this always never notice. And this is always black glass, no, not black glasses, twice glasses. Now for Togedemaru, I believe the only reasonable option is Oranberry to give it a bit more HP. Probably for Gastrodon too. Yeah, because this is cast to 1-1, no risk of status conditions. Just give it more HP. Now for electric, this is just a pivot. I may sack this here if I think it gives me something. I don't see any reason to give it something else than an Oranberry in case of maybe crits in the pivot or something like that. And this guy, I'm saying go Cherry Berry to maximize the chance of at least hitting once. When switching into Frostlass, also I can sack always one of my mons, but you don't get that many mons, so sacking to a normal fight is not advisable. Okay, let me check again. Let's see the plan. This goes first. Okay, items. Normal dice. Oranberry, Wise Glasses, Oranberry, Cherry Berry. I think it looks fine. Let's get a bit lucky, not gonna lie. Okay, so this is always Earth Power or Exosensory, I believe. It's just Ice Shard. Now I have to pivot through Electric. This potentially gets no damage. Okay, good to see. Now this is guaranteed Exosensory. No crit, I guess. Makes things a bit easier. Not really. Okay, there's a normal hit. Now I Octazuka for the kill. This is always wild charge from Klinklang. So because this is a contact move, I believe, I should go to the Maru, also it takes some recoil. This kind of hit me with all of its moves. The worst one is Return. It can also auto-atomize because I'm faster. That's nice because I get that turn for free. First a Fake Out. Now, I think, because this is about like maybe 70 something % HP, I think Super Fang does more damage than Spark. Let's see Autotomize here. Okay, that's good damage. This now just attacks me. Let me update the speed tiers. So I just spark once. Okay, getting the crit there. I Iron Bar probably the skills now, which is really nice. Good. What does this bait? I don't care about the order, but let's see what this baits. Okay, Electrode. Electrode is going to go... It's always foul play. Can I make it hit something else? Yeah, I can make this go Hidden Power Ice if I pivot through Dawn Fan. Because I believe Gastrodon HP is important here and Dawn Fan isn't. So let's try this. Let me check again though, because this wasn't part of the plan. So foul play here does 26. Then it will say kill. Yep. This is static too. Okay, now 42 damage. I can actually hit this with my Dawn Fan, which I think is really strong. I can't get grid, so let's get this. I also hit for a lot of damage. And if I roll high, I can even kill. Okay, this is always Ice Shard kill. Oh, I paid Frostlass for random move. It's Ice Beam or Hex. But it's an attacking move, so I maximize the chances of not getting Will-O-Wisp. The problem is Dreadnought will get an attack. Will get attacked before attacking. What happens if I go electric? I get Ice Beam. Can I even go to get a Maru here? I kind of can. But then I'm probably waiting random move again. If it's Hex. If I go Gastrodon, I get to damage this for free. I think this is a Gastrodon switch. But then it's maybe Ice Beam, so I should go to get a Maru to improve my chances. Let's see if this kills with crit though. Max roll crit kills. So let's go Gastrodon directly. Show me Hex. Nice. Now this maybe loses a turn trying to hit Will-O-Wisp. Shouldn't, because I'm a special attacker, so this is always Ice Beam. Let's see no freezes here. Okay, apparently it can also Will-O-Wisp even if it gets no boosts, because it sees no kills. Now it will... because this is Hex. Okay, get Omniboost. This is maybe the only time this will happen in my whole run. Now, remember I'm burned. So what happens if this crits? I'm just dead. I'm not even faster, so I have to switch probably. Although, this is always Hex. So it's good chances for Dreadnought to go in. Because now, even if he Will-O-Wisps, I probably kill with Rock Slide. Okay, Thunder Wave, I got a berry for this, so... Masterfully planned. I mean, not riskless by any means. But considering the odds I had, pretty nice. Okay, I think the next one is a double. Yeah, then here are the berries. Let's go plan this double fight. Remember I have Electro Web. Which is good on Togedamaru. Yeah, this is the discharge. Lightning Rod. I remember this fight. And that's not good when you remember a fight. Okay, so this here, this here. Let's remove the items. Okay. So this is always discharge in doubles. Apparently I can always kill this. If I go fake out mons, and I really want to kill this, the problem is there's another discharge mon. But well, let's see. So Dreadnought with Rock Slide is kind of the goat here. Because it kills, just kills. The problem is it probably gets put into either of my mons are significantly hurt because of this. Discharge crit never kills though. So what I can do is, does Discharge have a chance to paralyze? Yeah, and it's a really high chance too. So this should go again Cherry Berry, which means I don't always kill if I go Rock Slide. I would really like to remove the focus sash on this. So what kills this? This is a water type, so I have to use any of my terrible grass types, which just lose the matchup. Hate to see it. Snowbird is decent. Parasect is just ass. Okay. So, Imolga is just dying this turn, because I can make sure I kill with Ice Fang. And I should use my Fake Out Mon here for many different purposes at the same time. Do I have any Fake Out Mon that just dies to something here? Yeah. Okay, so I can kind of bait Marowak next. Stop with the Maru. Also for a ground move, which I have immunities to. Also resistances. This would mean that 2 lightning rod mons are out at the same time. And none of them have a lightning move. An electric move. I tend to say lightning. Okay, now the thing is, who do I fake out? I don't need to fake out Emolga. But if I fake out Emolga, then I never need Cherry Berry. I can go Hearthstone on this, which means it kills with Rock Slide, which means it deals this amount of damage to Seeking too, and then Seeking is only Hydro Pump. There's like 3 different outcomes from this. It hits one of my mons, or it misses. It goes for one of them and it misses. So if it hits, Introdemar is anyway baiting Marowak here for hopefully only Bone Rush. This could be Flamethrower. Maybe I can give him an Oranberry to make the rolls more likely. So I go here. Maybe also here? Nah, this is terrible. I could go here. This doesn't really resist Hydro Pump. I can also go Musharna, who is very tanky. So let's write this down because there's a lot of different things that can happen. So I fake out Emolga. Then go Rock Slide because it's just objectively better than Ice Fang. So now seeking hydro pumps. They're of my mons. Let's go with what happens if it hydro pumps Togedemaru. I just have to be exhaustive with this. Then what happens if it pumps into right now? Then if pump misses. If it pumps into Togedemaru, this means next turn it's very likely to... It's not even guaranteed though. I would really like if this is always hydro pump next. Maybe I can pre-damage a bit. Let's just assume a bit of pre-damage, then it will go for another one. And I bait Marowak. I mean, not really. Maybe I bait Brian from Lantern. That's a problem. So I shouldn't be hit by this. I think Togedemaru HP is important here. So let's just fake out the Lantern. Let's fake out Lantern to remove the focus sash and prevent any moves. Then Dreadnought kills with Ice Fang. I mean, Dreadnought also kills with... No, because this is discharging, right? But if this discharges, I let this get a boost, so no, I can't do it. That's not great. So I always have to fake out the Amolga, huh? Good to know. Now, knowing that I'm faking out Amolga, do I gain anything? Like maybe a different spread move? Do I even have any other spread move other than Avalanche? I think I don't. I mean, Hyper Voice, but it's kind of a joke. So does anyone kill Marowak? Not really. Yeah, because it's sassy. Minus special defense. Kind of dies. This is how much the natures that are given to the enemy mons matter, by the way. I can try to kill this with 2 rock slides. It works like 85.5% of the time, especially if I don't get hit. Okay, so I go Oranberry on this. If it doesn't trigger Oranberry, then the next turn it's very likely to go again, because maybe it's his skill. And I will bait Marowak. And for Marowak, I believe I am just forced to go Musharna. Because it tanks this and this. And my other slot should never be targeted. which means free Razor Shell into Marowak. Okay. It would be really nice if this killed, but nope. I mean, another option, this is way more aggressive to double target, but then I'm just dead to this. Here Hydro Pump adds too much variance to the fight, to be honest. Well, the plan is like I hit this, then the next turn is dead. So I kill. Musharna probably can yawn this or something. I don't know. Switch into maybe a good matchup because it's only getting hit by Hydro Pump. So yeah, maybe that's the plan. Okay, so for the next Lantern, I can also try to double target the the fish with ground types, but no, because my ground types are very slow. I mean, if I fake out, then I get another turn. So I kind of like fake out, mud shot. Now this is still not slower. I'm not saying it. Okay, let's go with the other angle again. I try to avoid this from this charging. How do I make sure Lantern goes forward to Renamaru here? Pre-damage, right? Not Lantern, Seeking. So I should maybe pre-damage this, so... How do I incentivize this going for Hydro Pump on Togedemaru? Because if it goes for Hydro Pump on Dreadnought and it hits, then it's always another Hydro Pump into Dreadnought. And then I'm baiting... Okay, these are very reasonable options. Wait, just write this down. So, if Seeking from Togedemaru with good free damage, it's always another one. If Seeking Dreadnought, again, maybe I should pre-damage a bit. I don't want to rely on this seeing a kill in case of like mineral. I believe spread moves get a boost, right? But this hits his... So I'm not sure. Well, let's assume it's not using it. Okay, so it hits Togedemaru with Pump. Then it's another one. I was going to go... Wait, kill M1 with Rock Slide. Nice. Bait. Marowak. So this is for the next turn. This is for turn 2. You'll see this later, I'm just writing. So, Togedemaru goes Musharna. And if it's Pump on Dreadnought, I should go something that resists a pump. which is probably Roselia. Then Roselia baits an Ice Beam. This is 24, this is 28. This is a lot of damage, considering resist. Well, this has terrible special defense, huh? It's like the only thing it gets when it evolves. It gets really tanky. Also the dragon typing. Okay, so in summary I go something that kills this too. So let's go, if it's Pump onto the Maru, then Musharna is tanking to hits and Dreadnought is free to... Wait. Dreadnought and stay in, hit Marowak. This can kill, it's very unlikely. Then on the next turn it's still Seeking. So Dreadnought kills Marowak always. And maybe I want to reposition in some way with Musharna. Maybe because this is Lantern coming up, I can try hitting Seeking, who has taken 48%. But this doesn't do enough. That's the problem with Musharna. So the thing here, right? I can go Rock Slide again. Not really. I don't kill. Okay. So Dreadnought kills Marowak on this like extra turn. But then I bait this, which is not convenient. So I'm trying to decide if Musharna should switch for something else or attack Seeking. How many times does this kill? This has a reasonable chance to kill. Maybe I should just try to kill, of course, the minus nature already doing devious things to the Calyx. So maybe I'll stay with Musharna. Musharna attacks Seeking, probably does kill. Then Lantern comes in. Now the next turn is what looks really bad, because now it's Lantern, it's almost guaranteed to discharge. Maybe not, maybe it's a kill on Musharna. In any other case it's discharge, so maybe I should go... Yeah, but this is still alive. Okay, there's a reasonable chance this hits Dreadnought. Seeking. Maybe hits Dreadnought. Then it's guaranteed to go again. But tanks a Hydro Pump and discharge. So this guy, right? Or this guy. Not really. Let's just go Roselia, even though they both have coverage. No, this thing doesn't. So I go Roselia because this is always... And then Musharna. Something that takes a discharge and potentially a signal beam is actually Togedemaru. If you kill the Seeking, this is decent. But well, let's just go Gastrodon because it feels mandatory, and let's just go for the last mon, maybe something that deals with both of these guys. So I already have an anti-electric type, maybe it's something against this, but that can switch in on a discharge. Nothing, because from my box I can't go. Ooh. Okay, so this is maybe some snow correction, I guess. This is decent, but not really, because it can't hit any of them. So maybe this is some snowbird action, and this allows me to sack if something goes wrong. I don't really feel very good about this team though. Also, Marowak is Citrus Berry, so I have to go this double attack I was saying. So let's explore for a moment what happens if Seeking immediately pumps Dreadnought. Because then it's always another one. But Marowak is coming in. So I should go Sidra. Hit the Marowak once. Marowak is going for this slot anyway. And the problem is this can hit me again. Which then makes it a bit difficult to kill Marowak. Well, then I can... If it gets to that point, maybe I can like sack something and come in and kill. So I guess it's not that bad. Again, this might be the fight that wipes the run. If I'm very unlucky. I think it's very difficult to wipe here. Maybe it's just sack. If I have to sack, there's options. I don't really want to kill Musharna yet because it's still useful. Sidra wouldn't be terrible, to be honest. It's the electric gym. It has kind of already popped off. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here. So I can't give an Run&Bun to this. So you want it to get hit. What do I give it? What do I give to it then? Let's check the items. So Dreadnought is Hearthstone. So I need Rock Slide to kill. This is probably... Run&Bun, right? And I can give it the soft sand. So it hits harder. Yeah, it looks fine. This is no item. And against Marowak, I believe this is always better if I go Run&Bun. Again for the... what happens if it hits me many times? This guy is not on the team. And this guy isn't on the team too. Oh, let's get this and this. Now, why is glasses on this? Seems pretty useless. And now I have to think about the baits. And not really, because this is a true double. Like the positions. Okay, is the team correct though? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Everything's fine. I have to pre-damage. So what's a good pre-damage? I have to pre-damage such that Hydro Pump after Hydro Pump Mineral always sees kill. This means 80 HP on top of the Maru. I just do it right now. Okay. And for Dreadnought, it's 51 plus 51, so 102 HP. It's very funny pre-damage. Okay. Everyone else at full HP. Let's lose some mons to this. Yeah, here's what I wrote. It's not really useful, or it's just there. Okay. Just because it's funny. What happens if I talk like this? Okay, it's both of them. Of course. Okay, let's see what happens. This is fake out Amolga, then Rock Slide. Amolga is dead this turn no matter what. Okay, pump on Togedemaru I think is better, because now it's another one. Dreadnought gets to stay in. Okay, that's spread damage bug. Again. Why is this lantern? Like, why? It's his skills with Ryan, right? Of course he does. Okay, so this is double war move on Togedemaru instead. Which means I can Rock Slide again, right? And kill Seeking. It deals a decent amount to Lantern too. The problem is Lantern never sees kill on Togedemaru, so it's very likely to discharge. If it discharges, it will go before the Seeking, and it will give it a Lightning Rod boost, which is +2, and I think Rosalia tanks that amount of damage, though I kill this turn with Dreadnought. If I get paralyzed though, we start to think about wiping, and it's very likely to paralyze me. So this is always Rosalia. That's what I wrote her for. And Rock Slide. Let's just be lucky here. Okay, there's Ryan. It hits both. Okay, no, it's just the animation. Ah yeah, because it was Ryan is never discharged, right? This is easier than I thought. It was complicating things. Okay, this is dead, nice. Now it's Marowak. Does Marowak see kill on my Rosalia? It's possible because it's a poison type. I would like for it to see kill. It sees kill with Bomb Rush. I think it doesn't. Well, maybe. So Bomb Rush is multi-hit. This calcs with 3 hits, which is 36, 50. Yeah, this is skill. So I go Mucharn on this. Now Lantern is very likely to actually discharge this turn. So this is a bit awkward, right? Because the problem is I can't kill Lantern quick enough. Does Gastrodon tank Marowak's hits? Yeah. Okay, so I try to kill Marowak instead with like Dreadnought Burst. Rosalia moves before Marowak though. So this is potentially a double target situation. Because this is 50% and this is 75%, always kills even after Citrus. The only thing I have to be aware of is a discharge, which never kills any of my mons. This can also be Icy Wind, which, let me be honest, could be devastating, right? Well, I mean, potentially, yeah. But does it really work like that? Let me just look at the AI document. Okay, it's... Okay, this is highest damage against Rosalia, so it's going to use it. No, not always, so it's a bit messed up because it can go for Icy Wind, because on Dreadnought it's like +7. But maybe this charge is encouraged here. No, not really. Okay, let's just ball, I think. I potentially lose something this turn because of how this works. Because also if I switch, what do I even gain? I would be switching on a random attack from Marowak, which potentially hits for a lot of damage, and then it's again, yeah, let's go for a double target here and hope for no Icy Wind. A bit ironic, let me say. Let's see how I lose a mon. There it is. I hope this doesn't kill one of my mons. Rosalia's dead if it gets hit by Marowak. Okay, this is goodbye to Rosalia, I think. Yeah. But now I get to hit with Razor Shell here. It heals though, and I'm slower. Which isn't ideal. Now, what's the play here? Let me think. So Dreno right now is slow. I'm getting hit like twice. I can make sure I kill Marowak with Sidra, then I'm risking discharge crit. Can also bring Togedemaru in, but it's dead to both. Can use it to bait. You can see it baits right from this and add the HP he is. Bone Rush from Marowak. Yeah, let's bring Togedemaru for baiting. And then I go like Gastrodon, who takes both hits really well. But not really. It takes a lot from... No, it's okay, it's okay. So, no, this is Togedemaru. Okay, now I go Gastrodon. And I kill with Razor Shell here. Nice. You're getting crit. Okay, that's good. Now, is Gastrodon ever dead to Brian? Yeah, actually probably baits it, right? Yeah, it baits it. So again, this means free hit for Dreadnought with Rock Slide. And let me be honest here. This is not a good idea. Should go with Sharna. Rock Slide. This full damage. Okay. Now what can happen? My Dreadnought is 95 HP. It's actually dead to discharge crit. Sharna isn't. This is potentially a signal beam on Usharna or discharge. So I side shock here, and in case this goes for a discharge. I just catch it with Gastrodon, right? Okay, it's Icy Wind. Is he dead to this? No. Thanks to the water typing. These spread moves are really hard to predict. Funny how the discharge mon did anything but discharging. Pretty devious fight. I remembered about this. Remembered this fight before going in. Let's just put the Roselia in the bag. To be honest, extremely bad mon because it got a really bad nature. Yeah, this is Roselia. I have to update. 7 deaths. In the end, lost the mon I was willing to sack. So I would say it's okay. There are many branches this fight could take. Now there's a bit of a problem. And that problem is called Trainer Shell Daycare. So if you don't know what I mean by this, it's a boss fight. And yeah, I have to remove Roselia. I just hope Roselia wasn't good at any of these matchups. It looks like it wasn't, so good to know. Goodbye. Again, remove the damage boosting items because then I potentially forget about them. And I'm not sure, but I think this fight triggers when you get to the city. Single battle. This is a Lapras. I can go Monferno. Oh yeah, I actually can. It's not a bad matchup because it tries to put me to sleep. Also, the other option is paralysis. Also a Mienfoo, but Mienfoo just fucking dies. Togedemaru dies to body press. Yeah, so this kind of always ape, right? Looks like it. So I go ape. The matchup still sucks. He's always Thunderbolt. I hit with low sweep twice. I'm just dead to double crit, not, and sometimes crit into non-crit. Let's think about the other mons. Okay, Raidon is just fucking dead to Sidra. It's probably setting up Brox though. And Togekiss is maybe... No, because it's Mystical Fire. I was going to say maybe it's a Togedemaru victim. No, it's not. Fairy Flying type, great opportunity for my Electric Steel type to do something. Nope. Maybe Electric? Yeah, this is pretty disgusting. It's always this or this. The problem is this is going to crit me. I have to assume this is going to crit me. Donphan is really nice here, but it just dies to Grass Knot because the coverage on this thing is amazing. So this is probably an Electros W, huh? The problem is he goes for Draining Kiss, and because the Fairy type is broken, he gets this amount of recovery. But well, I guess there are no better options for a 1v1. Let's just lock this guy in. For best pick one. Yeah, this is nice, especially if I don't bait HP Grass. Slow Brogalar is going to drop me and try to kill me. My answer is a Donphan, that 2 shots, which to be honest, seems solid. And the Tolkati then goes for last resort. This is disgusting. Okay, so I get the fake out turn to reposition, right? Let's assume I crit from this. So maybe I can use some kind of pivot here. I beat this with Tretna for sure. But what do I even use for pivots here? So if I go... Maybe I can... Okay, so this is the team. Let's reset the fight. This has to go Cherry Berry. I attack first, which is an advantage, and I'm just dead to crit into non-crit into crit. I don't really like that. Let me be honest. This is also a good matchup, but I need this guy. I can kind of match up with this, but then I'm dead to polypress crit. What resists anything from this? So I can intimidate. Then I'm put to sleep. Ooh. So that's the kind of matchup I actually want here, because I then bait only Frost Breath or Thunderbolt. I can get hit once. So like this, right? Does this even make sense? Yeah. So I open with Musharna. I yawn immediately because he's very likely to put me to sleep. I dodge double sing. I just try to hit this once. Then when he falls asleep, I go ape on that guaranteed sleep turn. Why do I feel like deals less damage than before? Okay, no idea. Okay, maybe it's not that good. So the Gastrodon matchup is also very decent, and the good thing is that it baits Frost Breath, which is a guaranteed crit. So I can actually stay for one more turn here. I can hit twice when I eventually switch to ape. Mainly because I don't want to rely on sleep turns, you know. Well, let's think about Musharna. Wait. I yawn, this is guaranteed. Okay, so apparently I'm stupid. This is always Frost Breath too. There's absolutely no reason to go Gastrodon here. So I yawn. I dodge double sing. Also, there's this thing where if he puts me to sleep, I just synchronize. Okay, let's play. Let's go for a synchronized moment here. There's no reason to yawn because I can just hit this. So if he hits me, I'm okay with it. If he puts me to sleep, I'm also okay with it. Because then he will burn a sleep turn. Yeah, so this looks fine. Then this is a decent pivot. No, it isn't. I can just pivot with something else. I can probably just die here. I maybe can go Donphan if it's good HP, which to be honest doesn't look very likely. Okay, let's see the line. So this kills. This probably is always drill run because it's the fastest one. I mean, does Telkari even see the kill here? That's my question, because it can't use last resort as if it was a normal move. This is Run&Bun AI document moment. Okay, last resort is nowhere to be found, but taking into account like the conditions to use it, it's probably just coming in either way because it's his. Well, I just fake out, he does nothing, and then I've last resort. This is a good opportunity because fake out lets me reposition So I go here. I try to hit this with rock slide, I guess. Problem is I get hit twice. And then there's like no best Bitcoin matchup unless I suck something. I mean, I can try to bait a dual wing bait from this, which is very easily done with Ape. Okay, now this there's counterplay. So Torcari comes in. If it's Raidon, just give me. Okay, it's just switch and kill. Torcari comes in, I kill with this, and maybe to avoid like fiction here, I can go damaging item, damage boost. Not gonna lie, I can also go here, a nice shard. Okay, let's for at first. Then after killing, this baits fast kill from Tokis with most probably grass knot. So I can go Musharra. I think the idea here is to go electric and hope for the dream luck, you know? If it dies, maybe a shard finishes the job. Gets the job done. Here I'm just gonna go. I mean, it's muscle band. Okay, what? What are these rolls? Why does it why doesn't it increase my damage rolls? I feel like muscle band is useless. Maybe it's like a rounding issue, right? I mean, this is a shaky matchup, to be honest. This is critting me a lot of the times. Then I'm just lower, so I have to go somewhere else that doesn't bait training keys. This should be completely free for Togedemaru if it wasn't for this stupid courage move, or if I was faster. Like 1 point faster. Okay, not one. In IB. So what I can do here is guarantee a mystical fire. For some reason, it's like, oh, this is going to take a lot of from training keys. Now I can do it. This is my team, it's locked in. Into the Mario is useless against Lapra, so can't go ape on this. Okay, so I just die here. So the Electros matchup has to go well. It has to choose the correct moves and not get crit, which is a very stupid thing to ask for because it's like half of the time. But then this baits like anymore really. This tanks anything, then this comes in for hidden power grass. Just like the one move I can't be taking, so I go here, here, kill. Baits this, and get bad, I go here, kill. Okay, I mean the team doesn't get better than this. So this is synchronized because if I'm planning to potentially go here. Maybe I can put it to sleep, right? Yeah, so let's go Run&Bun. Let's build the team first. It's potentially... I feel like I'm saying this a lot, but this is actually potentially the last day of this run. Is everyone? No. What am I missing? I'm missing Ape. Ape always making sure he comes to most important fights. It's kind of the goal for that. Okay, items for this. So this has to go damage boost to avoid fiction. Donphan... Does Donphan need damage boost to make the matchup better? Kind of. Yeah, so this is Quick Claw. Yeah, definitely then. You know, because I'm faster, right? So if I don't kill, then I go this. Let's just go Cranberry. Really good moment to get citrus berries. Please just give me citrus berries. Like someday soon. This. Yeah, so what happens, I hope this comes in for a kill because I don't want stealth rocks up. But this can stealth rocks. Because it's like the same score as slow kill. Still doesn't matter here, I can just go Oranberry in this too. This has to go Cherryberry. This has to go Oranberry. If for some reason Synchronize doesn't trigger, I just wipe. And that's it. I'm not really that familiar with how Synchronize works. Now let's see when this triggers. Okay, it's right here. Okay. I lose to Watson, so I'm just going to wipe your team. At least you get the... Okay, if I don't lead Musharna for some reason, reset the fight. At least you get the rival fight theme. Which is nice. Okay, it's always side shock. There's a sync, failed. Nice. I don't want to keep HP high on this. Close breath. It's very stable damage because it always crits. Go again. And now just put me to sleep. Okay, a crit is not... Okay, this is always crit. What am I even saying? I resist another one no matter what. Oh, this is citrus, right? That's why I needed to go this. Just put me to sleep, please. Thank you. Synchronized triggers. Okay, synchronized doesn't trigger. Hate to see it. The thing is, I can actually go 8 now. It's only ever Frost Breath. Night to shot with this. So apparently never use Synchronize. Just Thunderbolt. Never kills. Can't get paralyzed though. But they have Cherry Berry here. So this is always what Dolcari should be. It's his fast kill actually with Fake Out. damage. Nice. Let's just go Dreadnought. Back this thing up. Now no crits here are kind of important. It's Rock Slide for the 2-shot. No crit. Thank you. Okay. This is great, my goat. This is why Dreadnought is a goat. That's really nice. That really gives me good chances to win this fight. So this is guaranteed electric switch. I now have to avoid too many draining kisses and too many crits. Other punch. Okay, first drain kiss. Good place to do it because it won't heal for any damage. Another thing is I'm Oranberry, so crit never kills, right? No, I survive crit. Now if he doesn't draining kiss, this fight is free. There's Mystical Fire. Shit's so free. There's a crit, I don't care. I think this is right on. Yeah, it's his slow kill. No, it's fast kill, so it's never stealth rock. I just go Sidra and kill. I just outspeed and kill. It's rock head, so no recoil. The problem is that it's ground rock. Okay, this is best pick one, right? Yeah. And the move is always HP grass. I can't go taking HP grass on my counter. But AP is very low. So it will become random move. What can I do here to avoid baiting HP grass? I guess Musharna, right? Yep. So it's always attack order, dual wing beat. Specifically, always attack order, and Dreadnought takes that. Let's take crit. Yeah, because it critical hit before the Ducati, my goat. Unless attack order does some weird shit like trapping you. But I don't believe it does. So Rock Slide kills. This is Slowbro Galar for what should be an unlosable matchup. It's going to Zen Headbutt. And now I should be Soft Sun, so I always two-shot this. He can slack off, but it's just going to make the fight longer for no reason. This has Quick Law. But again, shouldn't be a problem because I deal so much damage. Now if he doesn't proc Quick Law, I just win. It's that easy. That's how you beat Chelle. Okay, why didn't I kill? Did I forget my item? I should win because of my priority move. Ah yeah, this was Oranberry, right? Yep. Because I said before that if this exact thing happens, I just Ice Shard and go around the Quick Claw. Okay, so we're not handing all of our badges to the Chelle today. I hope you step on a Polka Block. Okay, so this character is very random. Let's not run into... okay. No deaths. So consider the Rosalia death before death on Chelle. I think this is Wally, right? I have to fight an over-leveled Gardevoir or something. But now what I'm going to do instead is raise the level cap and probably end the stream. Okay, here's the thing. Moonlight looks really well, but my other moves are also really good. I guess Dazzle Gleam isn't that good. It's only good for doubles. And when am I going to use this? In a double fight, a double battle, where Dazzle Gleam is useful. Like, I'm not that sure. So maybe Yawn is not the play. But I mean, if it feels really reliable, it's like good technology. So let's remove Dazzle Gleam. I hope I don't regret this. Okay, Blaze Cake. It's an improvement. Do I get Infernape? No. Is it level 36 though? Yeah, it's level 36, so I'm very encouraged to just candy and spend my scales on at least overheat. I didn't use Fake Out when I ran Ape last time. It looked like with 4 move slots, Mach Punch was more useful. Maybe it's good, but having to spend scale definitely doesn't help. Astro Athlete suppresses the foe's ability. This looks really good, to be honest. Let's delete Thunder Wave. Been good. I won't be able to use this, but if I get the chance, though. Okay, knockoff seems better than Rock Throw, right? I need Rapid Spin. And this does garbage damage. Jaw Lock. This is just better bite. Also decent for like the escaping. Oh, I want to both Ape right away. Mainly because I will only do it if I think it's useful. Would be a shame to do it just for nothing. It syncs up, it's just better spark, right? Yeah. This guy should evolve right now. Is this a special attacker or a physical attacker? It's a mixed attacker, so it's... I guess Avalanche isn't doing that much, but then I lose like the only special thing this guy has, which is Avalanche. Also, this is always slower than anything else. Maybe Icy Wind, right? I'm never clicking Icy Wind. Rock Slide. I mean, seems better than Payback. Flamethrower is very needed here. I hope I can evolve soon. Are there any mons I can level up? Yeah. This. That's all. Hit-all Wing Beat is probably useless. But Whirlwind is more useless than that. Excisor. The fact Astron gets 0 moves. Let's get all of these guys in the calculator. Like, with the updated levels. $14 months. I can get Ape. I can get... Let's see what else I can get. Not me and Chelle. It's level 38. Let's switch here. I maybe can get Growlithe, right? And especially like the Hisui form. Because it's a Firestone, and I think I get Firestones. Let me just do it. Yeah, Mobile City, so let's evolve this. I think I'm trading my Arcanine. Is this an item? Smart Strike. Yeah, not showing the game. So I get a Firestone. Now let's take a look at the Arcanine thing. Growlithe Hisui gets Outrage if you delay. I don't really see the reason. But it doesn't get Flamethrower. So for Flamethrower, you have to do the same thing I did. And trade now, then evolve, right? Yeah. Okay, let's go trade this. And finally get to use this mon, who has been completely useless since the beginning of the game, and turns into one of the best mons of the box. It also has a really good chance of being decent because of how these trade encounters work. Okay, citrus berries. Thank you, person berries. Finally citrus. Not that many though. I have to go back to Rustboro if I remember correctly. She's here. Now I have to get into some of the houses. Okay. Now I get Alaska. Again, to clarify, to me this counts as this being caught where I got grow life. I have got an encounter here, yeah, in this city, but I'm just trading, so I'm losing my original encounter. Okay, this is Hamilton. Will this be Hamilton after evolving? It is level 35. Has Smackdown, Fire Fang, Rock Slide, Flamethrower, nice. What item though? Rare Bone, this is useless. Okay, let's see the IVs. Neutral Nature. Very decent IVs. Very good offensively. I would like 31 speed, but can't really complain about this. Hey, Hamilton is a better name than Alaska. Let's see if it changes when I evolve. Where's my Firestone? Here. Use. Extreme speed. That's very nice. I guess I'm always deleting Smackdown, right? But this seems good against the Electros in Watson's gym. I never really have a physical attacker in my Infernape. I will get Flare Blitz. Yeah, but not soon. Okay, I'm just going to delete Smackdown. Probably it doesn't work on levitating mons. Okay. I get to use this. Excellent mon. Really good stats. Really high base stat total. It's like an Infernape. The only maybe bad thing is that it's also fire type and I already have Infernape. But they do very different things thanks to the rock typing, which gives Arcanine something unique and interesting. Now this is mobile. Okay, let me have a look at the items I can get here. I can evolve any like Stone Mon. Do you need one of these for Electros, or is it a level evolution? It is a Thunderstone, so I can just evolve this guy, right? Yeah, looks like it. So let's buy another stone. It's really a really good place where some of your mons definitely scale. Hey, Selitor. You're going to evolve. That's what you get for being the goat against Chelle. So this should be very good. No ground weakness. At least for now, then becomes washed. Bad ABs though. Okay, any other mons I can evolve or like do something with. Snover evolves at level 36. But I believe it's not going to do anything in this gym. I will have it in mind. I'll keep this. Let me export my new evolutions. Also delete Girl from the calc. I get to evolve Cedra, right? Yeah, Drown Scale. Where do you get Drown Scale? Maybe not yet. Petalburg City. 3 badges, so not yet. They don't want you using this mon. It's too cracked. So electric is also going to the trash. Okay. Krokorok. Evolves at 36. Looks really good against Watson. Problem is... No, there's no problem, right? So I could candy this if I think it's useful. In the same way I can candy Inferno. Okay, that's all evolutions, I believe. Double checks. So now yeah, I have everything. I could go to the next fight. I'm just going to end stream instead. So I have done a decent amount of things for now. Maybe I can come back later. Who knows? For now, bye.